Service Manager at Promarks, and today we're showing you the VT-109 XXL. This is our extra large tray sealer from our standard VT-109, which is a cup sealer, and this one does number 3 trays or custom size trays. So you provide us with the tray that you need and we can provide the machine that you need. So here you go, we're going to give you a demonstration. Before we get into the functions of the machine, I just want to go over the possibilities. This machine is capable of doing a number of different size trays and configurations. In this case, it's a number 3 tray like this, but also you can do single trays. And these trays right here, which are biodegradable, compostable, and there's even a meatball type tray that can be done in these machines here. I'll show you how that fits in there. And puts a lidding film right on top. Next, I'm going to show you how absolutely easy this machine is to operate. Basically, just going to drop your trays in, hit start button, and there you have it. I'm going to go step by step. So basically, when you come to the machine in the morning, you're going to turn the main power on. Then you press the on and off power switch to the on position, and the tray will eject. You're going to load your trays. And you also double check your temperature right here. These are your temperature controllers, and these have your actual temperature and your set point. You set those for the proper temperature that matches your tray and your film. And there's a lot of different types of trays and film that you can use, so make sure you get with the manufacturer of the tray to find out what the optimum temperature would be. So basically, we hit the start button like we did before. It's going to come in, seal and cut the tray, and you'll notice that the film is unwinding and putting a new set of film across for the next set of trays. Comes up over here and then winds up on the scrap winder right here. Now, to optimize your film usage, we use a plus and minus button right here. These little buttons that control the amount of film that advances so you don't waste a lot of film. You don't want to run off a lot of extra film. So if it's bypassing too much film, you can use the minus and it'll back it off a little bit so you index the proper amount. So each set of trays wastes as little as film as possible. I'm going to show you how the machine works in the auto mode. Turn the switch to auto. Drop the first tray in. Second tray. So there's a couple of safety features I want to talk about. So let's say we're putting our trays in and then we go to hit start and something goes wrong. So maybe like the tray gets in there crooked, you didn't catch it, you were in auto mode and it wants to go. So when we hit start and we hit this right here, it automatically stops the machine. So nothing's going to, if your hand was still here, if we start it and your hand hits that plate right there, automatically stops the machine. The second one is an e-stop, which does essentially the same thing, will stop the machine. All right, so there's 2 functions for when the film is advanced through the machine. There is the sensor control and the counter control. The counter control is when you're using the encoder over here that basically is counting and measuring the distance, and that's adjusted by the plus and minus buttons that we talked about earlier. The second is the sensor control, and that's if you're using the film sensor, and that's if you're doing printed film. So there would be a mark, a print mark on the film that would tell the sensor where to stop so that when the film is advancing, your labels or your print would end up directly centered on the trays. So in this case, we're doing the counter. We're not using print film, and we would use the plus or minus to adjust the length of the film advance. All right, so we've gone over all the features on the machine. We showed you how absolutely simple this machine is to operate. Very, very simple, really great machine for just doing a small operation, low production. But we do also carry other sizes of machines. We carry machines that can do as many as 4 trays in one tray, or also even an inline machine. So these tray sealers are very versatile and can be expanded to other sizes to do heavy production. But this one right here is a nice little tabletop machine.